Hello and welcome back to In Your Defense. I'm Attorney Steve Toland. Today we're going to continue our discussion of search warrants in Texas, and we're going to talk about affidavits and the three requisite elements that must be present in an affidavit to have a valid and lawful search warrant. If you recall, we talked last time about what a search warrant is. We didn't go into the affidavit part. So that's the sworn statement that's attached to an affidavit that to a warrant, and then that's the part that the magistrate will read and ask the law enforcement officer to swear and affirm to its veracity and truthfulness. And then if all that comes together and it has these three parts that I'm going to talk to you about, then and only then is the search warrant likely to be lawful. So what are those three things? What must a valid search warrant include here in Texas? First, it must obviously state a specific crime. So you can't just allege something it doesn't state in the penal code what it is. It must be a specific crime. And then you need to say why the place and property that you're asking to search is evidence of that specific crime. Why is that important? Well, if an officer arrested somebody for a DWI, pretty much all the evidence is found there at the scene, right? Person's driving, they've had too much to drink allegedly, the officer sees that erratic driving, pulls them over, conducts an investigation, an arrest is made, so on. No reason after that there would be any evidence relevant to that specific crime that the officer arrested that person for that would be found in their home, for example. So you've got to be able to explain why you need to search someone's home. Why is there evidence there that's relevant to the specific crime that you're looking at charging somebody with or already have arrested them for? Third, you need to find some type of, you need to have a statement rather that has some type of specificity that the evidence is likely to be found at that place. So in other words, if you're alleging that somebody committed some type of fraud in the course of their business and the business computer is at the office, highly unlikely then without some degree of specificity past that, right? Some other conclusion or something as to why you need to search their home and their home computer, etc. So you need to have those three things, and they need to all combine together to have a valid search warrant. It's very factually specific, and you need a very experienced attorney to break all those things down to be able to challenge through a motion to suppress the validity of those things. Also, the information quite clearly must be truthful, and it needs to be current, it needs to be relevant. It can't be stale. So that's the affidavit portion of the search warrant. Next, in our further episodes, we're going to talk about the execution of that warrant and get into the lawfulness that's required, the issues around no-knock and knock and announce search warrants, and then what are your remedies if the law has been broken? How do you exclude evidence? So I hope you'll stay with us over the next couple episodes of In Your Defense as we break down in Texas search warrants and everything that goes around those. If you have any questions about these issues, please reach out to me, Attorney Steve Toland.